Oh no no. Baby girl, ding 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 ding, you know whatever. When I wanna together, for that I get to do. I gotta say so. We want to put a phone up, put this on somebody. They don't put that what's it? I need to get. When we gonna come when the night got in our room, we start to rotate. I wanna know the one that come. I wanna lose it. Never see. What's up, Puluti? Now you go get your money, yeah. I'm gonna get you. I gotta say it. You want to put the phone up, put this on somebody. You get up to put that up. I say, I wanna get you. I gotta say it. You want to put the phone up, put this on somebody. You get up to put that up. I say, those are the qualities you got the one. Those are the qualities you got the need. Those are the qualities you want me. Those are the qualities to what you see. Love to you and you love to me. She's telling me that you just to be. She's telling me that you want to be. She promised me that you live on me. When I'm over to grab a fucker and I get you too far. I gotta say it. You want to put a corner, put this on no sumo. You don't get the pussy to bang out who I say. When I'm over to grab a fucker and I get you too far. I gotta say it. You want to put a corner, put this on no sumo. You don't get the pussy to bang out who I say. Oh, you gotta make the chest pretty. Oh, tabu tense, oh, so bete. Boy, you say, oh, good to say. No sabata is a pulese. La pulese. When Tikua, those are Silo, a cantalite. Check connecte, Mikubuse. So champese, a cubase. When I wanna cook up a fagana, I get it. I gotta say it. You want to put a cook to the salon, somebody, you don't get to cook up a cubase. When I wanna cook up a fagana, I get it. I gotta say it. You want to put a cook to the salon, somebody, you don't get to cook up a cubase. Where I need to get, when you're gonna come and deny, cause you have one, to start to lose it. I'm a nigga, I'm a doing thing, big one. Ding, 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 whatever I'm doing, ding, 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 now you're gonna tell me, yeah. These ones are feelings are when you're by my side. Bring it to stay. Bring it to stay. Mutima wange, since over to make my life easy. To follow to papa. When I'm young and I'm on the back to me, you make it go. No see for me now. In a messy thing and I'm going to the warrior. To what you go, you take for the car. To my age again, I got to live with me. Baby girl, you will rock with me. Keep me by my side, you will stuck with me. Girl, it's not a feeling tight when you're by my side, girl. When you to stay, when you to stay, Simani kuana, na ni kuanyeze, nekugama tolinge juba, walinge munye, noli musayo futangurira munda. Baby, let me tell you the truth. You speak with a voice, it's in high definition. Take a picture of you, 3 big glasses, make you an invention. Baby girl, you will rock with me. Good morning, my people. How are you doing today? Lifestyle Wednesday. This was a feeling time when you're by my side. Yesterday, I had a very interesting conversation with Duncan Mariso. Young with the cow, he had come to do certain things that are totally unrelated to the convention. Nanengira, Nimugwako, the Mugamango City, after you remember the last broadcast you talked with Meza where I had him on Zoom. We talked on phone and he told me he was
he was a heart. He was a heart because he had been betrayed by a couple of friends. And after that, he went mute. Like, we would talk on phone before then, but then he went mute. So I thought maybe I was one of the people that he was angry at. Because he seemed to be really angry. If you remember the Chimeza broadcast, he talked about how people are difficult. Bantu bazibu Arthur. And yeah, so yesterday we had a chat. And before I share what we talked about and how it's totally related to cars, it's really related to cars, and you're going to relate. This is something I've been saying time and again, and yesterday I confirmed it when I was talking to him. How do you know who your true friends are? Omanyo tanti ono mukwano gwange waddala, no matter what ajja kubeerawo. How do you know? It seems like me, I don't know how to make those judgments. Maybe some of you guys know how to make your judgments. Today is Lifestyle Wednesday, guys. We talk about lifestyle, and that's why I have this question that is not so related to cars. But when my discussion starts, when I'm talking about it, then you realize that it's actually related to cars. How do you know who your true friend is? How do you know nti kati ono mukwano gwange mfa mfe wengwa wagwa wengwa, no matter what? You see, there are people we have seen this person was this other person's best man, and so the other person is also the best man. Of course, Protestants, you cannot be a best man for someone when you're not wedded when you're not wedded in church. Yeah. I know a friend of mine who had his own choice of a best man, but that person could not be the best because he wasn't wedded in church. So he had to choose someone that was already wedded in church. And I particularly think the person that he got to be his best man was someone they don't connect at all. So the church forced him to get I don't know the essence of that. I thought the best man is supposed to be your bestest buddy, someone that you would call at 3 a.m. and they drive over to your house. Right? So how do you know who your friend is? And of course, you have seen weddings where men choose women to be their best men, a woman to be a best man. Are we in a dysfunctional society where nobody actually knows who his friend is? Have we all been treated badly by the people we thought were our friends, to the extent that now men are choosing women as best men? So guys, good morning. Abakede Dennis 12, Miyombia Mark Chikao Ricky. Did you guys pay for your tickets? Yeah, ticket. Over 500 people have voted in the over 500 people have voted in the Love for Cars Awards, which over 500 people have voted. And the vote is totally fair, which totally fair. Chikawa Ricky, Go Highlights, Travel Life Vlog, Armstrong Muwezi, Amanya Rupert, Katamba Isaac Katende, Ntale Samuel, Godfrey Tambala, Akiram, Emmanuel Kabale, Ben Kako, Ricky Agamba. True friends are always with you, even at your lowest, not only at good times. Some people are only there when you can provide, but disappear when you can't. Have you guys thought that maybe someone who is not your true friend can be there when you're at your lowest? Have you thought of that? Nchoita mumberenzi wera chaliwo oyo gosubira nti chaliwo nga si chaliwo era nabeerawo ne mubizibu nabaawo ne musanyu nabaawo ne watali kigenda maaso nabaawo naye nga si chaliwo. Have you guys thought that that's a possibility, that someone can be and can not be your friend yet appear at all moments? Ricky, do you think you have a wrong idea of who a friend is? Do you know that someone can actually be there at all moments? Do you realize, have you been through that? Because some people will be there during your toughest times, during your lowest, because they have nowhere to be. and because they are there when you're going through those moments, you actually think, oh, they are my friends. Or some people will be there when you're at your lowest simply because they have to get you out of your lowest, because they have to benefit from your highest. So who is a friend, guys? Who is a friend? It's something that I think we ought to define. Who is a friend? Some people will be there at your lowest because you have to get out of your low moments. Or vayo to call it a day. Ricky, do you realize that now the definition of a friend being there always, even at your lowest, might not be? You guys have seen, for example, you guys have seen stories where someone, let's say, for example, this is something that is very common in movies. Someone finds out that their wife is now hanging with their friend, and the friend, okay, their wife is banging their friend, and then they remember that their friend was always there, even at the lowest moments. And then they realize, so this dude wasn't actually here for me. This dude was here for the woman. So all along you thought this guy was your friend because he was always there at your lowest. Kumbe, the guy was there for the woman. Huh? Ricky in charge good definition. Your Paul Sema VIP, good morning. Peterson and Nabongo. How are you? Starch Events, Joshua Eden Farm, Joshua Bolanyo, Julia Sengoba, how are you? George Senkubuge. Guys, who is a friend? How do you define a friend? Yeah, I fail to define who a friend is. It almost feels like a friend is that what one person that you benefit more from than any other person. But they also benefit from you, so they call you a friend. Who is a friend, guys? Because now we by now you guys have realized that even a person that is not your friend will be there for you at all moments. Because it's the best place to be. You guys, when you grew up, you remember your neighbors. For example, me, the life I grew up in, there were always the neighbors that had a color TV. There are always neighbors that had a tap at home. There were always neighbors that had, let's say, a paved compound. Neighbors where the kids had a ball and you did not have a ball. The kids that always had ice in their fridge. The kids that they had a lot of benefits. And then you were their friends by default because you needed what they had. Or if you had something, these guys were your friend because you had something they did not have. Were we really friends or we were hanging out? For me, I think the thing of friendship is confusing. It confuses me a little. True friends are there to support you when you are right and protect you when you are wrong. What is definition? True friends are there to support you when you are right and protect you when you are wrong. So but they cover up. Isaac. Who is a friend, guys? How do you know someone is a friend? That's something. The way you are putting it, then it's hard to define a friend. Maybe it could be a personal feeling, just like how love is. Because you realize that literally all the friendships you had them because you get something from this person. Either they listen to you, or they go with you where you're going. When you're crying, they are there. But what if they are there not for you and you don't know? Because we all know it's a possibility. ngera ensonga eyo bweggwawo bweti aba abuuse. Who is a friend? Who is a friend? You remember some time ago we were talking about hey guys, I put the parking sensors on this car. I put the parking sensors. I had muted. Let me put the sound back. So I put the parking sensors, and today, if the inspection person I'm supposed to work on doesn't come, I am going to put the 360 camera on this car as well. Yeah. The process is quite cumbersome. Yeah. You have to run wires, then you have to drill holes in the bumper. Like for the sensors, we have to drill holes in the bumper, and for the 360 cameras, we have to drill holes in the side mirrors. Yeah. And then we have to find a place to put the two cameras, the one for the front and the one for the back. So that's it. So I'm first installing those things in here, and then I'm installing them in the project car as well. Guys, who is a friend? A friend, who is a friend? Because they've said, I've seen people that say, oh guys, simply because they are when someone doesn't help you get what you want, do they automatically qualify to be not your friend? And if someone gives you what you want, are they your friends? How much was the 360 camera? So I bought 2 sets of 360 cameras, 2 sets of parking sensors, and plus taxation, I think I spent about 550,000 each set, because I bought 4. So the costs, I divide them accordingly. Yeah. So I'm going to look for another supplier now, try to cut the costs a little. A good friend can give you ideas that will make you more than someone who gives you 10K to be his dog. What if the person that gives you 10K realizes that even if he gave you the ideas, you would not be able to execute them? Or what if the person that gives you 10K gives you the 10K because you actually need it? Or what if the person that gives you 10K gives you the 10K simply because it's the only thing he can give you? You get? Don't you think comparing a person that gives you ideas to a person that gives you 10K is unfair? Because the person that gives you 10K might only have 10K to offer, not ideas. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. Do you realize that definition of friend is a friend is a person who wishes you well and enjoys your company? It doesn't matter if they are less privileged than you. You can't measure support by money. Guys, double tap the screen. You're 35. Give me at least 30 likes. Stephen Moria, good morning. How much? Okay. True friends are the ones who... Okay, there is one sensor that malfunctions. I don't know why it does that. Oh, why it's too sensitive. Okay, those are sensors. Let me show you. So this is the monitor for the sensors, yeah? And there's that particular sensor, the middle one, that is malfunctioning. It's sensing, there is no one there, but it's sensing that there is something, yeah? It senses that there is something when there is nothing. So periodically, I've had to mute it. I have to find out. Maybe they made it face down when it was supposed to face up. So that's something I have to figure out. True friends are the ones who accept you for who you are, celebrate your successes, are there for you during difficult times, and offer honest, constructive feedback with your best interest at heart. Okay? Let me be a friend and advise you to have an inverter coolant pump for your Prius or new, because if it goes bad, the car will shut off and leave you stranded until you change it. Okay, thank you, George. Inverter coolant pump. A true friend. So George, it just shuts. It just dies like that. It doesn't give warning. Because that's the thing that I've seen that dies a lot. Literally, I've seen like 3 people that replaced that. But for them, it did not just die. It gave them warning. and they replaced it before. They replaced it before the car could shut down. A true friend is Mr. Arthur, who provides you meaningful information and knowledge freely that helps us push ahead in life in all aspects and never allows us to lag behind no matter what. Okay? What if that person gives you the information because he enjoys it and it's not really for you? Okay, what they say? Have you thought of that? What if he's doing it for his own satisfaction because he enjoys it? Do you know you can be a friend to someone and yet that person is not your friend? Exactly. I think it happened to me. At that time I was at campus. I think I was in year 2. Yeah. I had to do that. I thought we were best friends, yeah? And I drove him to, I think I've shared this story about how many times. And I drove him to Nkumba University. And when I was coming back, I had an accident. I was with his brother in the car. So I thought he would just give me a call, just that. I was with his brother in car, and I got in an accident, and I left the car at police. I walked with his brother. He took a taxi. We took the same taxi. The brother got out, went home. Even his mother called me. Dude has never called me since then, up to now. That's 2011 until now. And apparently we stopped being friends when I started chewing a girl that he was interested in. But he told me she was his sister. You know those guys that get friend zoned and then they let you go on when they want the girl, and then yeah. So it was the girl. Me, I would have expected my friend to tell me akana karika konzi njagala nange. So guys, who is a friend? These guys look for friends with benefits. It's hard for someone broke to have a genuine friend. Emmanuel, a friend will be your friend whether you're broke or you have money. So if it's hard for someone to have a genuine friend when broke, then even when you have money, the people you call your friends are not your friends. They are there because you're not broke. Not so. And parking sensors is best if they are pre-installed from the car company. Well, it depends. I find that they are good. Like now, let me show you. When a border passes, the sensor will sense. When a person passes, it will sense. Yeah. When there's something in front of you, like you see now, it's 1 meter. It senses. Yeah, they are good. They are good, especially when you're parking. Me, I put the sensors mostly because Mama Aban will be driving this car as well. So, a friend is typically someone with whom you have a strong bond, mutual trust and affection. Na ye mama bennaku zino buli omu akola bivye. Bw'ate driver w'omuyimbi nabba mukazi wo nga your friends. Anche nabagambye. How do you know that? Because someone can be there. Although we mix things, if someone is your driver, how do they become your friend? A driver is an employee. Didn't we mix things? I also think that when someone has a relationship with your wife, I don't think you should blame that someone. Just know that your wife was which tegeera mukyala we alina obuzibu buli amukwanye talina buzibu abasajja bo baliwo kwana. Friendship is derived on mutual trust. Mutual trust builds a strong bond, hence affection, support. Mwano nyina okudduka simanyi lwaki tulina jjaamu wano nyina okudduka olwaleero. Strong bonds, hence affection, support and sharing experiences and loyalty. Nabasa Stewart, good morning. A good friend is one who will tell you that you are wrong when exactly you are, even if you are doing better than them. It's very few people that actually tell you when you're wrong. Most of the times, I've seen that most of the people that we call our friends are scared of even telling us when we are wrong. I don't like that. Badge, atyo kugamba nti wano osobezaamu. Guys, we are defining who a friend is. Can a 360 camera work on a car radio that is not Android? I don't think so. We have not yet even tested that thing, but the screen that came with it might actually be an Android radio. So, yeah. You people, a friend remains even when all is not well with you. In actual sense, have one. Like Mose, good morning. Mr. Arthur, true friends, just few circles of people, not exceeding 5. You know their weaknesses and strengths. Now, yet, truth be told, it's hard to be friends with a person who you are not in the same financial bracket. So, really, to have a best friend when they are broke and you're a bit well off. I always have one friend I think is genuine at a certain point in my life, and others are always there, but I don't trust them. So, who is a friend, guys? Ndabanga such I think I define nzemo echo. Ray, a friend will tell you when you're wrong. And then such I said, friendship is derived on mutual trust. Mutual trust builds a strong bond, and hence affection, support, sharing experiences, and loyalty. So, guys, if it's hard to have a friend who is not in the same financial bracket as you, can we then accept that normally your friends are people that you either work with, do business with, or live close to, because those are people that you share certain things with. Ekyo tusobola okikiza nti kiriwe ekityo wano ekirungi bwe bata wano bagenda kuta omulundi gumwera batadde. Guys, we are defining who is a friend to you, and I'm going to be sharing something that someone can get deeply hurt by people that they previously thought were their friends. When make my life easy. To find another to papa. When I'm not gonna pop the back to me. You see go me da. In a messy to one to the warrior. To what you say. Salawo. To leave me. Baby girl, you will rock with me. Keep me by my side, you will stuck with me. Girl, it's not a feeling type when you're by my side, girl. When you kiss me. When you touch me, let me tell you the truth. You see when the voice is in high definition. Take a picture of you, 3D glasses, make you an invention. Baby girl, you will rock with me. Give me mama side, you will stop with me. Girl, it's what I feel inside when you're by my side. Girl, when you kiss me, when you touch me, the way you look at you know where I get it up. Let it go fire. Ashes, run them down. Say better, oh me good tire. On them. Now I soon now never come back. You're my number one, gonna become my wife. On them now. Say for you now, tell it together.
Nabasuma, Nabagamba, Tedia Kutala, Tedia Kufimba, Tedia Kusola. Every girl you will rock to me. My side, you was stuck with me. Girl, it's not a pain, my side, girl. If I was on up, the way I stop. If I was on up, the way I it's got to rule my life, you know. She not a lot for me. So I do this. Now she give me one, everything she do give me one, you know. She's a chapel, I'm good. What now? Okay, man. Yeah, we're gonna start. Okay, man. I woke up in a good mood. I don't know why, but I'm feeling so good. Like I want the whole mood. I'm not gonna put on a t-shirt today. Feel like it's guitar today. I make her smile, I make her laugh. I make her dance, I make her wine. Feel like dancing all down to me, God. Feel like dancing all down to me, God. I make you want to make you want to make you want me. I make you smile. I make you after that, I'll take you to my place where we will play. But before we play, yeah. Jump. It's feeling good. Jump. It's feeling good. You and me, we know the one. We're gonna make them jump. We're gonna make them dance. Come on, jump.
Good morning, Ronald M. Kasendwa VIP. Guys, who is a friend? Who is a friend? Who is a friend? Henry Modern just good morning. Steve, good morning. Jesse Semogede, good morning. We be friends, friendly doctors, lawyers, police officers, just go to benefit. So guys, do you realize that actually a friend is hard to define? Because after defining your idea of a friend, then you need to ask yourself, how many of those do I have? How many of those do I have? So in actual sense, For you to have a friend, you need to be a friend. Yeah. For you to have a friend, you need to be a friend. Chitegeza. Someone needs to benefit from you for you to be able to benefit from them. Checho. So who is a friend? Ani mukwano go. Era ye bwaba mukwano go, ye gwe wali mukwano gwe. It's hard to define, guys. Who is a friend and how do you, where does the idea of tukirireyo who is a friend, guys, and how do you know that this person is actually now onogayono wange wa chinywi? Edda, we used to hear stories of grandfathers, but me, I cannot say I knew really who my grandfather was. But I've been to families where they would say that was my grandfather's friend. And he kept all his land titles and he brought all the land titles here. That was my father's friend, and he knew all my father's secrets. Question is, how many of those do you have? I'm going to tell you where my conversation came from, and it's going to be something that opened your mind. I used to know it, but like when we had the conversation with Duncan, he confirmed it through his own experience. So who is a friend? Ngenda basibula mangulero nsobola okubaka emisinde gyenziruka ejinzizo obujja nsobola okukyusa spare tire mu dakiika emu ku convention ne kakati ngikyusa naye walinja kuba mu efficient nyinza tukikolera seconds 45 pira guvuddeko nga spare egenza seconds 45 ng'ekyo kiwedde. So to be able to do that, I need to be physically fit. That's where the running comes in. That's where the running comes in. So I'm going to run, and after I run today, tomorrow I'll go and lift and bring back my muscles, and then on Friday I will run, and after the run immediately and then go chuma mu gym for 1 hour, so that amanya agakuba jake gati ngamanyi gaba amazo situramu wali kilo zange nga 3. So anyway, guys, who is a friend? Nga bwengenda okuparkinga wali concluding neka story kange ngenda atenziruke sameka 8:17. That's good. I need at least 1 hour kuba ngenda kuduka kilomita 10 olwaleero, and I want to be as fast as nagezaako kubeera fast, and I got an injury, yeah? So I'm going to try to be fast even today. I hope I don't get another injury. And last week when I got an injury, ne Danga ba champion ba Lionel Messi bafuna injury bamukiza kuddamu kola ki kugenda mu kisaawe, nange nafuna injury ne rachi. So guys, who is a friend? Nga bwengenda concluding kakoleka yutani wano. So who is a friend? Good morning, Isaac Savea, Jesse Semoge Nakubuzako. Some friends can be there for you even more than your family. I've been more helped by friends more than my brothers and sisters. True friend is someone who wishes you well. Anybody that wishes you well is a friend. Anybody that wishes you well is a friend. Anybody that doesn't wish you well is not a friend. Can we accept that? When we grow up, there is no true friend. The emotion should end. We are all survival partners. That's why we target people that can add on us immediately. That ends, we move on. A friend is a person I can rely on, and he has my best interests. We grow together and not drain each other. I always have one friend, I think is genuine at a certain point, and others are always there. Yeah. Steve, hi. A friend is someone who is there at the darkest point. That's it. Most of us have accomplices. Okay. Good morning, car lovers. I hope all is well. Yes, Mr. Kometa UG, and encourage convention. No, me, I know a true friend when I get a challenge or when I tell them a secret. I don't want stress with people. I only have two true friends of mine. So yesterday, yesterday I had a conversation with Duncan. He mentioned it on the Chimeza, if you remember, when he had him on Zoom. And he said, abantu bazibu, and yali aroja. So what happened when Duncan got an accident at the auto show? He went to hospital because he had a very big injury in the leg. Today, now he can walk. He's still limping, but he can walk. And when he had that injury, he was in hospital. He was bedridden and he went for operation. So he had friends that he called true friends. And some of his friends are brokers, car brokers, land brokers, and stuff like that. Okay, at least he thought they were his friends. And he got money from different angles. Actually, when I went to see him, I had already given money through another collection point. When we were at the auto show, they added us to our WhatsApp group. And when he got an accident, they collected money from us. So that's where I gave my money. And so when I went to see him, I just took stuff. And I found he was in the theater. So they brought him out. As I was leaving, they told me, Arthur Indako, Avam Theater. So they brought him out. Yesterday, he didn't even remember when I saw him. He thought I saw him again at theater. So, and like a day later, he called me and asked me, Arthur, but I want to about the Casente. And I told him, no, I gave money through another angle. He said, oh, I thought you had given. So, and just then I thought, okay, this guy has people in his hospital room and he doesn't trust them. I think at that point, he had just gotten suspicions that every time he got money, it was, they even had a committee of like 6 people that were really close to him. Committee. So at a certain point, I think someone gave him about 5 million. When they gave him 5 million, one of his friends knew that he was given 5 million. So they gave it to one of the boys to bring it. And then this other friend of his tells the boy, and the boy calls Duncan and says, Duncan, what are $1 million? And that's when I think everything just came back to him. And that's like when the friendships of these 6 people that were in the committee that was milking the opportunity, that's when like the relationship with them kind of ended. And the deduction was this, and this is something I've told you guys. Some of you guys don't really pay attention. I'm not talking about friends now. I'm talking about something that I've proved myself. And when I had a conversation with Duncan yesterday, I proved it even further. A broker can never be your friend. Once anyone that you're related to becomes a broker, they are proud of being a broker. They can never be your friend from that moment. Brokers will milk any opportunity. Broker nebo abatatao kasta oka kasanti katontata wanga ingi dowa broker. If you have been following Uganda news, you realize that majority of people abatundira abantu babwe mayumba na atundira mu family ye, they are brokers. A broker just wants money. They don't care how they get money. They don't care who they just want money. There are times that people call me, I know this is a broker. And majority of the time, actually all the times that someone took me to inspect a car, nga I know muntu gwabadde asubira nti they are their friend nga yamufunidde mmotoka. Those cars have been bad. Good morning, Danny Okeni. The moment someone that you think is your friend becomes a broker, they are not your friend from that point until whatever you guys break up. Brokers have no friends. Brokers have no friends. Katigo, you can imagine bano bali ne munnaabwe mu ddwaliro agenda mala emyezi egiweranga takolanga bwe yali akola. Naye nga bafuna akakadde nga bajja kaana nga baleeta nkaaga. Nga bali bamwetoolola bati nga sente yonna buli ango gye ziyita waba waaliwo nga bamwetoolodde bati kati bwajjawo emitwalo 10 nga bajjako ena batuusa mukaaga. Okitegeera. Actually, when I went to the hospital, one of them actually yangamba, dankale musajja mugagga nzi sente nze nzikwata. So when Duncan called me the day later, yes, a family member can be a broker in this, guys. You guys, I've shared the story. When I was selling my polo, I had to sell it. I had no problem. I had to sell it. Ori yajja cousin we. Teyali cousin, yali step brother. Bwe batuuka bati step brother nanzize bayi nangamba gwe njagala emitwalo ameka bw'oba n'ogamba birala bindekere. Kapolo nga nange kantamye. Okitegeera. Era oli bwe yasasula sente olina akwata 5 ge ne bagenda. Kati ate okumanya ng'omuntu bw'abaamu olwa broker aba muntu mubi. Bwe baatuuka eri era n'amubba mu kukanika. Otegeera. The moment a family member or your friend becomes a broker, just know from then on agenda kuba yagala kukulyako. Bali abantu tebalina nsonyi. Ne bweba pense eno nga ya nusu 2 ajja jiguza ebisatu. The moment someone you know becomes a broker, start reducing your dealings with them. Broker taba na nsonyi. I told you about, I think I shared a story of my neighbor who lied to me. There is a plot I wanted to buy. He lied to me until they are just convincing the owner to sell. The owner doesn't want to sell. They had not talked to the owner. So Isaac here, Luirika Isaac is a surveyor. He came and surveyed the land. He surveyed the land and did background checks. Everything checked out because they said they knew the owner. Now, after checking everything out, Isaac tells me, now you can pay them. I call these guys and I tell them, send me the national ID of the owner of this plot. Nzemba Sasule. Now, this is when they start. Njagala tukole endagaano ya kuwandiika na pen. And I ask them why. Anti kakati, the people that are selling now are not the owners of the land. The owner of the land is abroad. Now, these people are going to sell to us. Then for us, we get that person another plot. Thanks, you guys. I've even invested in a surveyor. You get it? The moment anyone is a broker, kati yo neighbor wange nemanya nti kakati yo neighbor asobola okutomeza. Okitegeera because ye buli kimu alowooza ndyako mmeka 2, ndyako mitwalo 5 tukiyiseewo. Tugumale omulimu. Bo bwe babeera. The moment someone you know is a broker, gwe manya nti awo tewakyali waaka. Broker tafaayo bro. Me, I know. I've had experiences with people. Nze omuntu abba sente z'eddwaliro omuntu abba sente z'eddwaliro aba talinamu yadde ensonyi yadde n'akatono. Nikamba siwulinge nenzi tukumanye emboozi egenda n'ennyumira nnyo. Bale mwebale kubeerawo. Mwebale kubeerawo. I thought I would share this because ebintu bino nze bwe mbyogera obwogezi nga nze nkiyiseemu kiyinza okutwalibwa mbu oba ki, but all the time tubadde there are some experiences zitugira nga tukola inspection ezikuyitako noga kino bwe kibadde kayinza nyina bond gye sikyagenda because babroka baawo emirimu gyabwe olumu nze njiremesa nga bo babaze ekintu kyabwe nga kiyita. Okitegeera nyina omuvubuka gwe nagamba lwe twagula the last time we bought a Nuwa. Namugamba gwenze nja kukuba. Kavubuka kali awo kasiraamu nakagamba gwenja kukuba. Simanyi oba nsobola okulwana. Gamaanyi manyi nga linaye. Amaanyi nga yina. Ne simanyi oba nsobola okulwana. Naye twevulungula. Mumanyi bye bitwalwana ngedda ne twevulungula. Awo nsobolawo agamanyi nga ina twevulungula paka bwe tukoowa. Kyovula banziruko omuntu adduka kilomita 5 wano non stop eziddakiika 3. Kiza nsobola okwevulungira eddakiika 3. Kati gwe nwana nayo tosobola kwevulungula eddakiika 3. Hey, Dennis 12 Muyombya Mark Chikawariki go highlights Tavola vlog Armstrong Muhwezi Atumanya Rupert Katamba Isaac Katende Tali Samuel Godfrey Tambala Akiram Emmanuel Kabari Ben Kako Chikawariki Paul Sema VIP Starch Events Joshua Eden Farm Julius Sengoba George Senkubuge Motion by Benji Seru Victor atanagula ticket ya convention 0760 045 116 0760 045 116 is the number to call to buy your ticket. Joshua Eden Farm, Chikawa Ricky Nkumaze, Stephen Omuria, Hazy Hall, Akiram, Lame George, Farmers Fowls, Jesse Semwogerere, Baintanswa, Robert, Nabasa Stewart, Ray, Lucky Mose, Richard Aki, Henry Modern Juice, Ronald M. Kasendwa VIP, Steve K. Jovan, Isaac Luidika, Mr. Komita UG VIP, Daniel Kenny, No Movie, Steve, Julia Sengoba Nakumaze. I failed to define who a friend is. I just learn to live with people as long as I protect my peace of mind. Even Basau are like that. Man. Just when someone becomes a broker, about to come with them. Maybe I'm biased, but brokers have the same personality. You can see even someone when they are still young, they will end up being no. Apparently, Daniel Kenny, no, it's not like that. Brokers are in survival mode. Anybody that is a broker, being a broker is a transition thing. I actually happen to believe that they don't know yet what they want to do, and they are in the middle. Nebo muletera simu ng'ogitunda ayagala agikubika ekibuloka. Nebo muletera kachine bwaba takamanyi ayagala akakubika ekibuloka. Brokers are in a transition phase. They're in the confusion. They don't know what they want to do. They are not sure about what they were doing before. So bali au makati. So I don't think anybody was born to be a broker, especially car brokers here, because it's not really a profession. Because there are some professions broker by insurance. That's kind of a profession, but broker we moro kanetaka. It has not at least been officially gazetted as a profession. So they are not really professionals. So buli muntu ali awo abeera makati tafayo ya kutomeza kachibechi. I had a friend, even his wife, amukube njawulo ndoozo okiraba. Guys, kamba sibulenge nenziruke mukama abampeera omukisa. Thank you very much. Abata nagula ticket, please buy the tickets. Muleme kugamba tutuleme kola muzeyi magala part 2. Hey. Bajja kuseka. Nze Rosi yonga Rosi sigitya. Nene ekintu ky'okutusikerera ekyo nakyo. Ekintu ekyo nakyo. Ne bakuyeeya abayeeya muzeyi magala n'abagamba munveeko. Anyway, guys, I wish you a very lovely day. I'll see you tomorrow morning in the Random Car Talk Thursday. But guys, the one thing Nzenachiga, it's hard to believe, but it's the truth. A broker has no friend. Broker taina chaliwe. Mukamba abawo mukisa. I will see you tomorrow morning.